45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, Elvis, I don't know about you, but every time I hear the intro song, I get chills. I remember where I was that day. Absolute legendary breakdown. Auburn at the Iron Bowl beating Alabama. But welcome, everyone. I don't know if it's just episode 420. We lighting anything here on 420 or what's going on here? How you doing?
Dill, great to be here. Shout out. We made it to episode 420 live on this lovely Thursday night. Ready to recap, not the most exciting week of the year, but to recap, nothing less. Still, let's get into it.
Yeah, we are in the dog days of summer, but have no fear, Elvis. Next week we will start our two-a-days. I cannot wait. We will start in the AFC East. But yeah, for right now, it's the dog days of summer. Besides, baseball, we have UFC on the weekends as well. But outside of baseball, the WNBA, we do have the Copa America and the Euros. But outside of that, nothing really. We do have the Olympics coming up in 2 weeks, so that should be really fun in Paris. So, it's the dog days of summer, man. We gotta get through this next month, and then we are right there in football. But let's actually start Wednesday night. USA defeated Canada in an expedition game, 86-72. Thoughts real quick on the game. I don't know if you saw it. It actually came on kind of late, but I thought the second squad actually was a little better than the first starting lineup. But, Anthony Davis winded up fouling out. But
Joel Embiid.
What did I say? Julius Randle?
You said Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis. I don't know. He was the front of the page that I'm looking at. But, yeah, no, Anthony Davis. But outside of that, I honestly think Canada's a good team. They're going to be competitive.
Yeah, I feel like, Canada didn't really come out firing at all cylinders. Jamal Murray and Shai, to me, their two best players, didn't really come out and was efficient from the floor. I don't know if it's just because, they were just, threading lightly or just didn't want to take this game too serious before they head to Paris. So, and then on the USA side, I'm not going to say we struggled from the get, but, it took some time for the, USA to get the ball running. And when they did, they kind of took over the game. I do agree with you. I feel like when Anthony Edwards, came into the game somewhat as a second unit, that's when the tables turned. And that's when USA was able to take control of the game. So I'm not going to make too much of it. It's just game one. They just started practicing right after July 4th.
A couple days ago.
Yeah, so I'm not going to put too much weight into it. At the end, these are the greatest players in the world. I'm pretty sure they'll find the chemistry through time. Kevin Durant, he didn't play. Joel Embiid fouled out in less than 20 minutes. So I feel like they'll just be fine. And then I think Tyrese played well. Anthony Edwards played great, and I think Anthony Davis probably just solidified. You might start over Joel Embiid, or guess what? Start both of them, but I wouldn't, just because I don't think you need to, depending on the matchup. But I think Anthony Davis proved to everybody he's still very dominant.
I could go in so many different directions. So obviously we found out, I think a day or two before the game, Kawhi Leonard, I honestly feel bad for him, kid. He withdrew his name from the Paris Olympics. Celtics guard Derek White replaced him. Questionable. No disrespect. I like Derek White. I think he was worth the contract, that he got his money. But how isn't Jaylen Brown in there? I mean, Jaylen Brown. I mean, he's a finals MVP, kid. He's one of the best two-way players in the league, and he gets replaced by, like I said, no disrespect to Derek White, but not as good of a player. That's worrisome, I'll say. That's one thing. Two, is Joel Embiid the right center for the team? That's two.
All right, let's start with the Kawhi Leonard. I'm not,
because this might be his last. I'm sorry to interrupt, but this might be his last opportunity to win a gold medal. So I thought it was kind of sad.
I do agree with that. Just because it won't come around for another 4 years. I think Kawhi wouldn't play in 4 years. Well, at least in the Olympics. Mm-hmm. I'm not shocked by it. At the end of the day, we know Kawhi been dealing with numerous leg injuries, knee injuries for the past since what 2017, 18
At
from the
least.
San Antonio days, and even this past season he has some injuries. So it sucks. We know Kawhi when healthy is one of the most dominant two-way players in the league. Honestly, it's just when he's healthy. So, and then to get to the other point, why Jaylen Brown didn't make it to the team. We know Jaylen Brown is let's just say he doesn't fall in line to some of the things the NBA or Nike or some of the other brands want him to do. He kind of is his own man, and I think because he made those decisions in the past, this is the consequence he suffers, and to me, it's a shame that a top 15 NBA player who was the highest paid NBA player of all time just a season ago, the current Eastern Conference Finals MVP, the current reigning NBA Finals MVP, is not on the USA squad. To me, that's just a fumble. Like, how come the Finals MVP is not on this team? That's just a head scratcher. So I just no, and once again, I agree with you. No disrespect to Derek White. I think Derek White honestly could make this team. All I'm saying is Jaylen Brown is the much better player, and why wasn't he selected? Not even before Kawhi exited out. Why wasn't even in consideration prior?
Yeah, no, I agree. And he even demonstrated his frustration on Twitter. He put with the question emoji. He added Nike and then deleted it a few minutes later. He said, "At Nike,
because those was a big dog.
Yep.
Still, you got to.
This is what we're doing? Question mark. So he doesn't seem too happy. Rightfully so. I think he's earned his position or his I don't know if I want to say starting position, but he definitely earned a spot on Team USA. And then you had Stephen A even chime in. He said, do you believe me now? He goes, yo, Jaylen Brown.
And I can make the case Jaylen Brown right now is a top 10 player in that roster.
He just won the Finals MVP. Of course he's a top 10 player. I might not think so, but the numbers say it.
Yeah. And I can make the case I can make the case he's one of the best defenders in the NBA right now after what we saw in this playoff run.
I really don't get it. The man got signed to a $300+ million contract. He's a champion. He's a Finals MVP. He's a top two-way player in the league. He's a top 15 player in the world, and he's not chosen for Team USA. This is a joke. This is a joke to me.
No, I agree with you 100%, and I just feel like there's somebody behind the scenes,
of course,
not allowing him to join.
Yeah,
I guarantee Steve Kerr,
that's exactly what it is.
Eric Spo, multiple coaches were like, "Yo, can we get let's see what's up with Jaylen Brown?" I guarantee they had conversations, and honestly, those conversations probably got shot down from the higher up.
Shout out Mark Few, though. I didn't know the Gonzaga head coach was on Team USA coaching staff. He'll finally win something because he doesn't get anything in the college. But shout out him. I saw the picture. That was pretty cool. Did you see Cooper Flag? Everyone's going to be tanking for that kid.
I'm going to be honest.
You guys should get him.
I don't think we're going to be that bad. But realistically, I think Cooper Rush is going to be something very special.
Now Cooper Rush. We're looking at football. Cooper Flag.
I think he's going to be something very special there. What we saw just in that small period in that practice against the Team USA scrimmage or whatever, he looked impressive. He kind of took the game over in the second half. We saw the putbacks and whatnot, the highlights. Give that kid, let's just say 5 years from now, he could be special there. But what we just saw right there against not just NBA talent, the best players in the world. I understand, maybe they're not going 100%. Nobody, who's saying Cooper's going 100%?
Yeah.
So what I just saw from the outside looking in, he's going to be very, very good.
I mean, what he did at 17 years old against future Hall of Famers is extremely impressive. He's going to shine this year at Duke. I will tell you that. I wanted to go back to what you said earlier, breaking down the game. I mean, he did lead all scorers, Anthony Edwards with 12 or 13. He made the comment, I am the number one option. Kind of backtracked it a little bit the next day. I guess one of the coaches got in his ears. Do you agree he's the number one option?
No, but why can't he be the number one option?
I
That's my
agree.
question. Like, hey, like I understand you got Steph, you got Kevin Durant, you got Joel Embiid, you got LeBron, but do you want those guys to be the main focus of your offense at this age? Like, I understand they're very capable of doing it. 100% they are, but I guarantee those guys wouldn't mind Anthony Edwards being the top guy. And he's very capable of doing it. We just agreed, and I'm pretty sure there's thousands of people out there that agree. When Anthony Edwards stepped on the court, USA played better basketball.
That's fair.
In my opinion, they looked much better. They were moving the ball quicker and everything. When Tyrese stepped on the court, they looked a little better. I'm not saying, with LeBron, KD, Steph, even Devin Booker. But all I'm saying, Ant-Man is special. And he got the energy. If he wants to take it over and he can, why not let him? I think he's very capable of doing it. We even saw it game 1 against Canada. When they needed the extra boost, guess what? Ant-Man delivered. Steph had a good game. Anthony Davis, a tremendous double-double.
Yeah.
But Ant-Man, when needed, I feel like he could bring it to you. You got Steph there. You got KD. You got LeBron. Those guys can hit damn near any shot on the court. Any shot.
I mean, I couldn't agree more. That first unit, it looked good. But when AD came in, Anthony, Tyrese Halliburton, even Bam. Even Bam looked really good. I'm not going to lie. Like, the second group, it looked like the ball flowed and moved a lot better.
Yeah, that's all. I'm not saying those guys are better players. They just play.
They might have better chemistry.
They just play a little better basketball. Let's not forget Tyrese, Bam, and all played in 2022 in the FIBA. So all those guys played together already.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they did win. It's just an exhibition match. The next game for their exhibition is Monday, July 15th, against Australia in Abu Dhabi, 8:00 on FS1. A little earlier this time around, so we'll be sure to watch that. But yeah, good opening test, I'll say, because Canada is a top 3 team in this tournament. Cade Cunningham, he agreed to a 5-year, $224 million rookie extension. It could be worth as much as $269. Yeah, I'm going to ask you the question. I think everyone, is it the right move to build around Cade? Is it too high? Just the right amount? He averaged 23 points last season, 7.5 assists. He shot 87% at the free throw line. I mean, he's a top 10 point guard when healthy. The problem is he can't stay on the court.
Was it the right move? Still, yes. Just because, one, you can't let a guy like that walk away. You got to pay him. Just because if you have, not going to say that's the only chance you have, but if you want to be successful in the near future, you got to keep a guy like Cade Cunningham because he has the potential to be a star. You know, we saw what he was able to do in his second what? This is second or third season? Second.
I think it's his third, actually. Third.
He gave you 23 and 7. He could bump those numbers up. I guarantee you can. I understand they haven't got lucky with the, bouncing of the balls, getting a top pick. Should have got a top pick, in my opinion, this year. Heck, Atlanta just happened to get lucky. But one of these years, maybe the ball does bounce their way, but maybe these young talents also develop. You got the 2 Thompson brothers. You got Cade. You got a young pieces there. And you bringing in some vets as well. You signing. I feel like with Cade Cunningham in the middle, those things, maybe in the near future, you could develop something. But was it the right move? Yes. Do I love the move? No. But as a Detroit Pistons in the front office, you can't let the potential of Cade Cunningham get, just walk out or trade him for more, draft picks. You got to keep a guy like that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I probably would have given him that much, but in this day and age, that's like you say, that you have to pay these guys. Yeah, so I agree. I think down the road we will see if this is a good deal.
Real quick, like a guy I compare it to in a different sport is Trevor Lawrence. We both agree Trevor Lawrence don't deserve to get maybe as much as, but we both agree he deserves to get somewhere near that ballpark just because as from the Jaguars' perspective, are you just going to rebuild again? Or are
yeah,
you going to
yeah,
stay with
yeah.
a competitive quarterback? So you were forced to pay him, kind of like how the Pistons were forced to pay K, just because. Are you just gonna trade him away and then try to rebuild again? No, it's a potential. Maybe 2-3 years from now, K could be one of the top players in the NBA and lead you somewhere.
Yeah, and they do have a good backcourt. I like Jaden Ivey out of Purdue as well. It's a good backcourt with him and Cade. And they are better with Cade than without. So they're
Mm-hmm.
not going to rebuild anymore. I thought you made a good point. They just been getting screwed by the draft. Top 5
Yeah,
picks when they've been the worst team. That's awful. Let's go to Miami. Highsmith, Haywood Highsmith, he agreed to a 2-year deal, $11 million to return to the Heat. It's fully guaranteed, no options on the deal. I thought, he had a significant interest around the league, but he winds up staying with the team that drafted him, developed him into an NBA player. He's 27 years old. He averaged around 21 minutes per game. He started 26 games. He averaged 6.1 points, 3.2 rebounds. He was shooting nearly 40% from 3, and he's also a really good defender. I think we saw that in the playoffs. Do you like this move, returning a key piece for Miami?
yeah, though, especially for the number. The fact that you're able to get a good caliber player this late in free agency, you retain him, and let's not forget, people, he got experience. He was
Yeah.
in that finals run a couple years ago. He was playing in replacement of Jimmy Butler this playoff run. So I can honestly say he's been there and done that. So he could play in the big moments. And let's not forget, coming off the bench with this Miami Heat team, I think is a great role, not just for him, but for any player in the NBA. Because Heat culture and coming right behind Jimmy Butler, to me, is one of the a great fit for him. So shout out Miami, finally keeping one of their key role players and retaining him.
And especially at that number, like you said, 2 years, 11 million is getting like around 5.5 per year,
Yeah, that's a
fully
deal.
guaranteed. That's a
That's a deal
deal. Yeah,
for both
100%.
sides, honestly.
Free agent Sadiq Bey, he's agreed on a 3-year, $20 million contract with the Washington Wizards. I love Sadiq Bey going back to the Villanova days. He is recovering from a torn ACL, but he did average 14 points, 6.5 rebounds in 63 games with Atlanta before he obviously tore his ACL. But he's 25. He's a young kid still. He's from the DC area. And I think he's a good long-term play for a rebuilding Washington team, and especially at this number, 3 years, 20 million.
Yeah, Doug, this is a kid who would have got more money on the market if he would have just never got
100%.
hurt. So the fact that Washington, I wouldn't say is a project, but you have is a low risk, high reward on that deal. The fact that you got him on a 3-year 20, I think if healthy, say maybe not just this season, maybe the second half of this season, especially next season, that's when you get your bang for your buck. So I think it's a great move for Washington.
Yeah, and the rebuilding. He's a local kid, works hard, and I remember watching him at Villanova. He does get hurt sometimes, but feel like you said, it's a low risk, high reward, because if he can stay healthy, the kid is going to be it was a bargain that they got him for. So love the signing there for Washington. Today, Kyle Lowry, he's coming back 1 more year, another Villanova kid. 1-year deal to return to the 76ers. You had some veteranship in that locker room. The 76ers just keep retaining some players and added them. You like this one?
Here's another one I like. I think Kyle Lowry brings the championship pedigree. He's gonna take a couple charges if he gets the minutes. He's gonna be top 3 in the league in charges taken. We know this, Dylan. He's just a great team player, and we even saw it. Not against your Knicks, though. I think it was game 1 or 2. He did his thing. He gave you 15, 6. No, I think he gave 17 points. So we know when needed, Kyle Lowry, he could hit the late game clutch free throws when needed, and he's not scared of the moment. And guess what, people? He will take that charge down low.
He's still playing in the league. It's insane. But
And
shout out Kyle Lowry.
You got that championship DNA, and for a veteran minimum, why not?
And it's like you said, he takes those charges. I'm guarantee you that's a factor in their brain. They're like, this guy's going to lay out for us.
I'm telling you, you give him 12 to 15 minutes a night, he's going to take a charge, probably give you 3 to 5 points, 2 assists.
we mentioned we were talking about and being the number one option and whatnot for Team USA. And Anthony Edwards, over the week, he did sign a multi-year contract extension with Adidas, reaches 8 figures annually. It's one of the biggest deals in the history of Adidas, and now he is the face of Adidas. He's the face of Team USA. He's the face of Adidas. You like this move, I guess, PR-wise for Anthony Edwards?
I think this. I love this move for Adidas. Still, for everything that's been going on for the past year and a half for Adidas, the fact that they're able to, get arguably the future of the NBA under their, brand. To me, that's an amazing. Because think about it, Nike has, LeBron, KD, Under Armour has Steph. Adidas, I understand they had D Rose, but D Rose came and gone. James Harden, James Harden kind of, back end of his career. They needed that young next superstar. And to be honest, I think Anthony Edwards could honestly be the face of the NBA. You see Luka. Luka, he's with Jordan. Jason Tatum with Jordan. Those are all in the Nike. I think Shea is with
Shea's with Nike, and so is Devin Booker.
Exact, Devin Booker with Nike, Zion with Jordan. So the fact that Adidas was able to, get not just a superstar in the NBA, arguably probably the face in a few years of the NBA, to me, that's just a home run. And the fact that they took care of him now, knowing the potential was there, I think Anthony Edwards, the sky's the limit for the kid.
I couldn't agree more. And I like to actually move because you see most guys go to Nike or go to Jordan, or, you got that guy like Steph going to Under Armour. He's actually going a different round, going with Adidas. I kind of like it. I'm not going to lie. So I hope his shoe's going to be nice. But 8 figures annually.
Look at old Tiny. He went to New Balance.
But I'm telling you, New Balance got them all the baseball. They got Mookie Betts. They got Freddie Freeman. They got Shohei. They got all the baseball guys. So, shout out New Balance as well. OD. By the way, NBA, they agreed on a record-setting media deal. 11 years, $76 billion. I mean, the money is just going to continue to skyrocket for these players. The TV contracts next are going to be insane. So, I mean, the media deal is insane. It's good for the league. It is growing, not just domestically, but internationally as well. Were you surprised that there was only $76 billion?
No, Dale. Come on now. We know the NBA is just a profitable machine. NBA is one of the best entertaining, sports league in the world. And the fact that they're able to lock in this 11-year deal, that's why I told you, Dale, the cap is just going to keep going up and up and up throughout the year. So if for the teams, for the players, is a great. I even saw a thing. It said like, it was like LeBron James. His rookie extension was like 4 years, $20 million. Cooper Flag rookie extension is going to be 4 years, 5 years, $380.
Oh my God.
That's like in 2030.
Yeah.
Like, so, and that's a rookie extension, people. That's not like he made all NBA consecutive years and then he's getting what like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown got. No, that's just a rookie max. So the money's getting up there, and let's just be honest, some people might not agree with this, but these players deserve that, because you can be like, oh, nobody deserves $200, $300, $400 million for a player. If the company is profiting $2, $3, $4 billion off the player, why the player should at least get 10-20% from that?
100%. If it wasn't for the players, they wouldn't be able to make all these millions of dollars. They put seats, or they put asses in the seats.
Come on now. Jersey sales, food, beer, everything, endorsements. Come on now.
So, no, I agree. And it's insane. Can you imagine what a guy like LeBron would make now if he just came into the league? Oh, my God.
Let's see what Wemby gets, though. That's going to be.
Yeah. I can't wait for that as well.
Look what Tyrese Halliburton just got. Like, he deserves it, Hunter. He got paid.
Well, like I said, we will be having our first NFL two-a-days on Monday. I think it's the Jets and the Bills. I'll double check, but we will start in the AFC. Let's go to the gridiron because we got some news to talk about. Steelers cornerback Cameron Sutton, he was suspended without pay for the first 8 games of the 2024 regular season. He violated NFL's personal conduct policy. It was announced on Monday. The NFL investigated the incident back in March and they determined that he violated personal conduct. He will be eligible for reinstation October 28th following Steelers Week 8 game against the Giants. He won't appeal either. Do you think this hurts their secondary? Cameron Sutton's a good corner.
Yeah, he's a good corner, but to be honest, I think the Steelers will be just fine. He's out for the first 8 weeks of the season. Hey, I think they'll be just fine. Yeah, it sucks, but one thing I can honestly say is the fact that he didn't appeal, it just tells me he's just taking it on the chin, and he's probably guilty of what
By the way, I didn't know the ESPYs were on tonight.
Yeah, the ESPYs are on right now.
I just got an update. Asia Wilson wins Best Athlete in Women's Sports, 2-time WNBA MVP, and she won back-to-back championships with the Aces. We said this last week. I mean, we could have told you that. She's the best player in the world.
Yeah, right.
By the way,
Dak
wearing a boot. He was seen on vacation wearing a boot. He said the reason he was walking on the boot, he got and developed some soreness with his surgically repaired right ankle following some workouts. He said he was just being cautious, and while he was going on vacation, he doesn't anticipate it being an issue when camp begins within about a week or so. You know, Prescott said there have been conversations about a conduct extension, but he's leaving that up to his agent and Jerry. Are you worried about a boot? I know a lot of people are making a big deal about this, but I wouldn't be too worried.
I wouldn't be too worried. I'll be a little worried if it's the same foot we had, the season-ending surgery where he broke it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'd be a little worried about. But at the end of the day, what I saw last year, Dak Prescott looked like a top 5 quarterback at times. Dak Prescott was a top 5 quarterback last year. He was an MVP consideration for about since week 8 to 15, 16, about there. So I feel like Dak will be just fine from what I saw last season. My main thing is not even the ankle, is getting CeeDee Lamb into camp and under contract. Because without CeeDee Lamb, the Dallas Cowboys are going nowhere fast.
Does Dak numbers go down if CeeDee doesn't play?
They go, play this. You know me. I love Dak. I would not draft Dak Prescott in fantasy if CeeDee Lamb is not on the contract.
Gun to your head, do you think CeeDee? Who do you think gets a contract before? First, CeeDee or Dak?
CeeDee, because Dak is under contract for about 40, 50 million, probably 40-something million dollars this year. CeeDee's playing on a rookie deal. Micah Parsons, if he plays this season, is playing on a $2.5 million deal. If CeeDee Lamb, I don't know the exact number, but I'm pretty sure he's on a franchise tag, and I think he's at $17 million, around there. We both know he's underpaid about $15, almost $20 million.
It's insane because I honestly don't know what they're going to do. He only has a 4-year, $14 million contract, CeeDee Lamb, and he is completely underpaid. He's a top 5 receiver in the league. So I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, they're going to have to tag Minka, but I don't know how that's going to play out. That's disrespectful to him, too, because he's a top 3, top 4 type edge rush in the league. So, oh man, I would hate to be Jerry Jones.
It's a good problem to have, Dill. That means you're drafting great. That means
I
you're
agree.
Drafting great.
Financially, though, they're not doing the right deals. Let's say that. Something happened today. Titans, they agree with my boy Jamal Adams, safety. He is reunited with Denard Wilson, who was the D-back coach when he made the Pro Bowl in 2018 with us. It's a 1-year deal. Can you see any success? A guy like Jamal Adams, he's been around the league. He is a Pro Bowler, kind of on the tail end of his career. He's dealing with a lot of injuries. You think this is a good fit over there in Tennessee?
Dill, I think you'll disagree. I think this is one of the best fits for Jamal Adams. It fits. It's just fit.
Yeah.
As of right now, go look at it. That Tennessee secondary defense. Also, they secondary looking pretty damn good right now. Remember, they signed one of the best corners in football in Snead from the Kansas City Chiefs. Got that trade done. Now you add Jamal Adams back there as well, who's when healthy, Dill, he's smart. He's smart. He knows what he's doing back there. I'm not gonna say he's what he once was when he was on the Jets or whatever. All I'm saying is he's a reliable free safety. That's all. And he can even come down and play the linebacker position.
Yeah, he can.
Just because he's so knowledgeable of the sport. So he's a great vet to have out there. He probably wouldn't even be an every down player, but he'll be out there and he'll get a ton of snaps. To me, for Tennessee, for the number, to me, this is one of the best fits for Jamal Adams.
Yeah, that defense is good. Even last year, defense is always good. I know Vrabel's not there anymore, but the boys will be playing. I still like that. Like you said, they got Ladarius Sneed as well. He's top 5 corner in the league. They bring a guy like Jamal Adams in, only in a 1-year deal. So even if it doesn't work out, they just could wash their hands with them anyways.
They could trade him down the road as well if he's healthy.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
playing well.
I can't wait for the Jets to play them in week 2 in Tennessee, though, baby. We're going to torch them. Oh, man. By the way, the new Netflix series, Receivers, came out on Wednesday. I'm going to download it all. I'm going to watch it on my flight tomorrow. Did you start quarterback yet?
I'll be lying.
I've been talking to you about this for over a year now.
For a year now. You know what, Dill?
You have to watch it, bro.
I got to start watching it. I'm going to watch at least the Kirk Cousins. Cousins and Patrick. Because Patrick won the Super Bowl, so I got to see what's up.
Yeah, Marcus Mariota was kind of just a filler, but definitely Kirk Cousins, and they go around when Patrick Mahomes won the Super Bowl, so it was kind of cool. So I can't wait for that. I'm definitely going to watch Receivers as well. We mentioned it with Asia Wilson just winning an SB Best Female Athlete of the Year. This girl might be getting it very soon. Angel Reese, another day, another double-double. That is 15 and counting for the rookie. She got another one on Thursday night against the Liberty. They got blown out, but Liberty, that's nothing to hang your head out there. The best team in the league, 19-4 right now. But another double-double, kid. I mean, what more can we say? I'm looking at the odds right now for Rookie of the Year. Caitlin Clark, minus 850, plus 500 for Angel Reese still. I mean, 15 in a row is crazy. She's probably going to break the single season record.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm surprised that the odds are even going more towards Caitlin Clark's favor. Look at Caitlin Clark is balling. I think she had 29, whatever.
Yeah, the other night,
in a loss, but she had a triple-double the other night. No,
I know, but you had to throw in the loss. I know.
Angela Reese just lost too, so both of them just took an L. If we gonna, I'm just saying, you know. I just feel like the race should be a little closer, in my opinion. I think Angela, what she's doing, is just special. Honestly, especially me, like I didn't expect her to be this good or this great so early. We saw her dominance at LSU and whatever, but the fact that she came into she leads the WNBA. Like, forget that she's a rookie. She leads the WNBA by a mile in offensive rebounds. Like, as a rookie to be doing it, that just shows that, like she said in the postgame, she's a dog. So, you just gotta give her credit. To me, the Rookie of the Year should be a little closer. Caitlin Clark should definitely deserves to be the front runner. But to be honest, I think Angel is right there and should be much closer of a conversation.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think she should still be the favorite. I would say around minus 250, minus 300, a little better action. But I do agree, Caitlin Clark should be the favorite, but it should be closer.
It shouldn't be no minus 850.
No, 850 is kind of disrespectful to what Angel Reese is doing. She's making history every night, literally. So, yeah, shout out Angel Reese. By the way, like I said, we've had Copa America and the Euros. Great match the other day between France and Spain. France got out to the quick 1-0 lead. Then here comes Spain. Quick response, 2 goals in a matter of 7 minutes. They win 2-1. They will play in the final versus England. England had a good game against the Netherlands. Netherlands, they came out kind of a similar situation. Netherlands, they come out, win 1-0, or they score 1-0, and then all the way at the end, they tie it up. Harry Kane gets the penalty in the box. He ties it 1-1. And then the 2 substitutions they make in the 80th minute, the guy, Ali, he winds up getting the game winner in stoppage time. So I think that was the best England's looked all tournament. They win. They will play Sunday, like I said, against Spain. Can't wait for that game. And then in Copa America, in MetLife, Argentina beat Canada 2-0. It was a packed house. They sold that. They sold an 86,000 or however much MetLife holds. They sold it out. It was obviously mostly Argentina fans. Everyone wanted to go see Messi. It was a better game than I thought, honestly. Yeah, I think they were competitive for about 80% of the match. Canada had some chances, but ultimately Argentina is the best team in the country, right? Or in the world. They're ranked the number one team in the world for a reason. Canada will play Saturday for the third place team against Uruguay. And then Colombia beat Uruguay yesterday. So huge win for Colombia. Did you see the fight that broke out in the stands?
Yeah, though. I was surprised that even players got involved, So
Yeah.
it's just a crazy incident. I just give credit for Colombia. I think they played well. We even saw them in the round before where they dominated Pamela.
Yeah.
Give credit to Colombia. I think they were very emotional after the game. After the dude got the red card, basically to start the second
It
half,
was over.
they were just running on the defensive side. Give credit to Uruguay. They were forcing the hand, but they just couldn't able to hit the back of the net. So give credit to Colombia for advancing.
And then once he got that red card late in the 8th minute of stoppage time, that's when it all kind of went to shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, it was over for that. But yeah, I think the final for so for third place Saturday, Canada will play Uruguay, and then Sunday is the first place match between Argentina and Colombia going down in Miami, Florida, and that will be good. And then Spain versus England will happen Sunday, July 14th in Berlin, the capital of Germany. So cannot wait for that. We'll have plays later on in the show. But before we get to our plays, a quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. There's no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing a round of golf with the boys or an elderberry watching the Euro finals, it does not matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with our Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid, let's get to these plays. Like I said, we will start on the diamond. 15 games here on a Friday. Some very interesting matchups as well. Mets playing some really good baseball right now. We just swept the Nationals. Red Sox, good series and Fenway against the Royals. That should be a good series this weekend. Yankees continuing to struggle. It makes my day that they're struggling so much. But I'll let you lead it off, kid. No day baseball. First game is at 6:40. But what do you got here for a Friday?
I'm gonna start a little right after that, though. 6:50 start. The Guardians taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Carrasco is on the mound. Bradley's going on the mound for Tampa. Over on there's at 8.5. Give me the dog of the day to start it off. Give me the Cleveland Guardians plus 114 on the money line. As of right now, they went a little up, so shop around on the price. Tampa, yeah, give them credit. I think they're beating the Yankees right now as well, so shout out Tampa. I just feel like Cleveland, they got to get the ball rolling once again. They lost 2 straight. I think they started right back up at Tampa. I don't like the way Tampa plays, especially at home. Give me dog of the day, the Guardians, plus 114 on the money line.
I'm going to say with that same game, Guardians and Rays, I'm going to go over 7.5. Little chalky at minus 122, but I like it. Yeah, you're right. But Ben Rice, excuse me, the rookie for the Yankees, just hit a home run. It is 5-4, but they've been in a lot of high. Yeah, nice. He is really nice. I hate to say it, but he is good. But yeah, they've been in a lot of high scoring games recently. The Rays as well. They're not playing a best defense. Not a big fan of them as well. Carlos Carrasco, he's going to give up his fair share. Taj Bradley as well. I mean, 7.5 just seems short. I see 8s right now. Yeah, I wouldn't do 8.5. I wouldn't do the over 8.5, but I got a 7.5. I see 8.5 out right now. So shop around, but I do like the over. I think we'll see some runs here in that Guardian and Rays game. I'll take the next game, and I'm gonna fade the Yankees. I mean, they're the worst team right now. I mean, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Their offense is not there. I think missing Giancarlo Stanton in that lineup is hurting them. I think pitching has hurt them. Garrett Cole hasn't looked good coming back. And now going up against, I know the Orioles haven't been playing good. They've lost 4 of their last 5, but they're still the better team. I just don't trust the Yankees to produce enough runs to give Garrett Cole the run support, because he's going to give up some runs. With this lineup, the Orioles, I know they're struggling, but they're still scoring runs. They scored 14 the other day. They scored 4 the other night. So they're scoring some runs. I'm going to take the Orioles here at a plus price. Plus 118 for the Orioles is insane. I think they should be the short favorite. So I'm going to take my dog of the day. Give me the Orioles.
Dude, I love it, but I'm going the opposite side. I think the Yankees bounce back. I think Garrett Cole is due for, I want to say a classic outing, but I think he's due for, a pretty good outing. And I think it happens against, they're struggling as of right now. The Baltimore Orioles are struggling as of late. And let's just look at the pitching matchup. I don't even want to pronounce it, but, Cole versus the other guy, Pavic, right?
Yeah, K. Pavic.
Come on now, Dill. I understand the Baltimore Orioles. They're going to put up some runs on the board. I expect the Yankees just to put up a tad more. That's all. I expect a close game. I'll lean the under 9. I just feel like Garrett Cole is due for a starting outing. It might happen on the road tomorrow. Give me the Yankees on the money line, minus 138. Would not be upset at all, Dill, if you cash.
I know you wouldn't. Let's go to your Boston Red Sox in Fenway, taking on Cole Ragans and the Royals. Royals coming into this series, 3 winners in a row. They're playing good baseball right now. Still under 500 on the road. But I think this is a good spot. Minus 118 for the Royals. Cole Ragans is a much better pitcher than Cooper Criswell. Criswell's good, but Cole Ragans, I just think he's going to dominate. I think he's going to have a really good performance. And let's not forget, I like the Red Sox are just a much better team on the road than they are at home. For whatever reason, they just don't play well at home. Under 500, 21-24 at home. I know they're 7-3 in their last 10. They're playing really good baseball. But let's be honest, I like the Red Sox, kid, but they've been beating up on not the best teams. Yankees struggling, Oakland Athletics, not the best team either. So they're winning, but the Royals are a much better team than the teams that they've been playing. I'm going to take the short price here with the Royals minus 118.
I can't disagree with everything you said, Dill, but give me the Boston Red Sox on the money line, plus 100. I would have said another dog here, but to be honest, I don't think we're the dogs here. I think we deserve to at least be the favorites. Yeah, Reagans is a little better of a pitcher, but I just feel like our lineup, we scored 7 today. We shut down the Athletics. Yes, it's the Athletics, but I expect our offense to keep it rolling, Dill. At home, I understand we're not as good as we are at home on the road, but just look at our bats the past month. It's one of the best in baseball, and I expect us to keep it going. Give me the Boston Red Sox plus 100 on the money line. You're muted.
Thank you. I'm going to go to the next game, 8-10. Freddie Peralta taking on Jordan Rutledge of the Washington Nationals. I'm going to go take another over. 7.5 seems way too small. Minus 122. Just look at the recent scores for these two teams. I mean, the over is 6-3 or 7-3, excuse me, for the Nationals. 6-4 towards the over, and Milwaukee's been an over team this whole year, 50-38 towards the over at home. They're 25-14 to the over. Milwaukee 12-2, 9-0, 9-2. They're playing in a lot of high scoring games. I think we're good. Freddie Peralta, he's good. They should win this game, but he gives up his fair share. Jordan Rutledge and that bullpen just got taxed against the Mets this series. So don't trust the bullpen for the Nationals. I think we're going to see a higher scoring game. 7.5 is just way too small. So I'm going to go over here with the Nationals and the Brewers.
All right, Dale. To my last play of the day, Miami Marlins taking on the Cincinnati Reds up in Cincinnati. Over under sitting at 9.5. It's a little chalky, Dill, but I'm going to go with the Reds on the money line. Marlins on the road, don't love it at all. Cincinnati's been playing a little better ball as of late. And I just like them a little more right now. It's a little chalky, but give me the Reds minus 148 on the money line.
All right, next game for me, I'm going to go out west. Anaheim Angels taking on the Seattle Mariners. Mariners minus 142, plus 124 for Tyler Anderson and the Angels. I'm going to take Seattle here. I got minus 136. It is getting up there. I wouldn't go past minus 145, minus 150. They are on the road. Seattle still kind of struggles here on the road, but Angels are just not backable. I mean, they're not even playing good right now. 2-8 in their last 10, 19-28 at home. And Tyler Anderson has been their best pitcher. I think he should be on the move. He needs to get out of there, but he's been good on the road. At home, he's kind of been hittable. So Seattle, their bats have kind of woken up a little bit. Hopefully they can stay consistent. They're playing good baseball right now. I'm going to take Seattle here. And our boy Brandon Wu has been dominant. 177 ERA. I think he's going to limit the bats of the Angels. So I'm going to take Seattle here on the money line as my last play.
I like that one. They also lean Mariners. Brandon Root has just been dominant.
Yeah. Any others for you, kid?
To be honest, Paxton matchup versus our boy Schoolboy against Detroit, plus 112. The Dodgers on the road, but to be honest, Schoolboy's just been dominating. I like him at home. I'm just not gonna back the Dodgers, to be honest. But Schoolboy against a shockingly struggling Dodgers team as of late, losing 4 straight. I like Schoolboy against the Dodgers. I don't know if I'll be able to go to the window with it though.
Oh, good. All right, let's go to the gridiron. Oh, no, gridiron. Let's go to the hardwood. We got three games on the WNBA slate. Like I said, some good games. We got Caitlin Clark, the first game. She's at home taking on the Phoenix Mercury. We just saw this game. Money's actually coming in on Phoenix. They opened up minus 2.5 right now. Total stayed the same at over under 172.5. That's the highest total on the slate. I mean, both of these teams really don't play defense, which is why the number's so high. The other game, you got Asia Wilson, best player in the world, and the Vegas Aces on the road taking on Atlanta. Little money's come in on the Aces. They went from minus 13 to minus 13.5. Total's gone up from 166 to 167. And then I think the game of the night is between Minnesota, top two of the top 5 teams in the league in Seattle. Seattle hosting. Money's actually come in on them. They opened up a minus 3.5 point favorite. They are minus 5 right now. Total's gone up as well. Opened up at 151.5. It's up to 153.5. What do you like here for Friday?
Yeah, I'm gonna start with the Indiana and Mercury game. I'm gonna take the Fever plus 2.5 at home. Like you said, we saw this game last week in Phoenix where we saw Ken Clark and company come back in the second half and honestly take the game over. So I just feel like this past month or so, this Indiana Fever team has been much better. They've been playing at a higher level. Clayton Clark's coming into her own. She facilitating the ball very well. She's lowering the turnovers as well. I think Mercury, don't get me wrong, they deserve to be the favorites, but I think Fever are live dogs on the money line. I love the plus 2.5. So I'm going to take the plus 2.5 at minus 110 at home.
I'm actually going to go the other way, kid. Phoenix has been playing lights out. They've come into this game, winners of 3 straight. Fever coming off a loss to the Mystics, and they were nearly down 20 points in large stretches of the second half. They did come back a little. They ended up losing by 5. I just wonder how much that failed comeback took out of them physically. Now they go coming back home against a Phoenix team that's kind of red hot. I don't know if I like this spot for them. If you don't want to take them on the money line, I would lay the 2.5, but I am leaning here with Phoenix. How about this Las Vegas Aces game? It's a big spread against Atlanta. Atlanta, I mean, they're 2-8 in their last 10. They've lost 5 in a row. Is there any value here with Aces? Not the Aces, the Dream plus 13.5?
Not really, though. Let's just be honest. Ever since hold on, I'm gonna get her name real quick. The point guard. What's her name? Young.
Jackie Young. Jackie Young.
Ever since Jackie Young came back, I'm pretty sure the Aces are like 7-1.
Yeah, they're dominating
since she's returned. And to be honest, they're definitely a different team when she's on the court. So I'm gonna lean the minus 13.5. I don't know if I'm gonna go lay it, on the road, but we gotta at least acknowledge that Atlanta is a struggling team right now. And since Young returned, Aces been playing like the best team in the W.
Yeah, I think this is either a parlay piece. I don't know how much value you're going to get here with them. I would, gun to my head, I would lay it if I, instead of taking the points. I mean, they're just rolling right now. Like you said, Jackie Young coming back into the fold. They look like a whole different team. Just general, guarding and just going on the floor. She's a floor general. She's just really good. And then we saw the Atlanta Dream. They saw a winnable opportunity the other night against Angel Reese and the Sky, kind of slip away from them on Wednesday. So, they're injured right now. They're inconsistent. There's just not enough value here for me to make a play. So it's a stay away, but I would lean the Aces here. Let's go to the best game, I think. Minnesota on the road taking on Seattle. Good game here, kid. Like I said, money's come in. They opened up a 3.5-point favorite. Now it's laying 5 at home. Over-unders 154. I think we can see some points here, kid.
Yeah, Dale, I'm gonna lean Minnesota +5 on the road. Don't get me wrong, I agree with the opening line -3.5, but this Minnesota team right now, I'm gonna take the +5, Dale. Don't get me wrong, I think these are two very close, evenly matched teams. I just like Minnesota a little more. I'm gonna take the +5 on the road.
Yeah, what worries me is Collier, Natasha Collier is out, one of Link's stars. We don't know yet. If she's out with that foot injury, I wonder how Minnesota's going to deal with Jewel Lloyd and Seattle's offense. I guess I would lean it, 4.5, 5. I wish money would come in on Minnesota so we could get a better number here with Seattle. So maybe first quarter or first half Seattle -2.5. I kind of like, but maybe you get a better bet live betting this, but I do lean here with Seattle at home. So that's kind of how I would play that, kid. Let's go to the pitch, some footy action. We'll go to the Euros first. We have England taking on Spain. Spain is the favorite, -145, +250 for England. Over under is at 2.5 goals. They always say, is it coming home? The last time they won was 1964. The song It's Coming Home was dedicated to that over 100 years ago. I mean, kind of sad that they're still clinging on to this. But what do you like here? Is it coming home or we got Spain?
To be honest, I think at +250 is worth a sprinkle on England, but I just feel like it's not going to get settled in the 90th minute, within the 90 minutes. So I feel like it probably goes extra times. It possibly goes to penals. I hope not, personally, but if it does, it is what it is. But I'm going to give England a shot, Dill. Looking around, Spain has been looking like the better club, whatnot, but I'm going to give England a shot, Dill. Give me a sprinkle on England just to win it all. So to lift the club at +126, I think it's worth a sprinkle on the money line +250. I just don't think they get it done in the 90.
This is going to be the hardest team England's played all year. We could make an argument they've had a kind of a cupcake walk. Netherlands was good, but Switzerland, Slovakia, Slovenia, Denmark, Spain, they beat France, they beat Germany, they beat a good Georgian team. Albania was a good team. Italy, 1-0. This team has been tested. I gotta take I'd be an awful Spaniard if I didn't take Spain right now, kid. I gotta take them +145. I would actually take both teams to score as well. Spain usually does give up a goal early, and England has kind of come on offensively recently. So at +102, I like both teams to score, and I'm going to take Spain to win it at +145. And that's in 90 minutes. I don't think it goes extra time, and hopefully it doesn't go penalties because then I lose. But yeah, I'm going to take Spain here. Let's go to the Copa America. That should be a much different one. Earlier on the books as well. -174 for Argentina, +146 for Colombia. How do you see this game going? Because Colombia offensively has had a lot of success in this tournament. Argentina's usually come on a little later in games. How do you see this one playing out?
Still, to be honest, I think Argentina wins it all. Argentina has just been the best team in the world for these past few years. I understand, Messi might not be the focal point of the offense right now, but I don't think he needs to be there. I think this veteran Argentina team sprinkled with a little bit of young talent is just a little better than Colombia. Colombia
Yeah.
offensively, they could put up goals, but I just against this defense, we know it's a final. I just feel like it's gonna be a tough defensive game. I think the refs are gonna hold back just a little bit, let them play it out, and I think Argentina wins a nail biter.
Yeah, I'm going to take Argentina as well. I'm going to take them the same way I took Spain. I'm going to take them in 90 minutes. So instead of minus 174, I'm going to get plus 120, but they have to win within 90 minutes. Can't be extra time. So I'm going to take Argentina. I agree. I think offensively, Colombia will get one. That's why I kind of like both teams to score. That's at plus 126 as well. I think that's a good bet as well. I think both teams will be able to score, but I'm going to take Argentina. They're the number one team in the world for a reason. And yeah, Messi doesn't have to be the focal point. They're still dominant. So I like Argentina as well. That's going to do it, kid. Any last words? I mean, I'm fucking gearing up. I can't wait. We start our 2-a-days on Monday.
Yeah, Dill. Now let's just have one last, nice weekend. And then, like you said, next week we get into it. And I just can't wait to the start of the football season, people. We're less than 2 months away. It's getting real. When we start our 2-a-days, so tune in next week. Get these future ins early. Get the future ins early, people. I'm telling you.
And we did really good last year, too, with our futures. I know you went above 500. I know I had a good year as well. And
I hit the big one, Lamar MVP.
Oh, my God. You
called
early.
It July 18th.
You called it July 18th, my birthday. On my birthday, you called it Lamar MVP. I mean, the number you got compared to everyone else.
That's 35.
We say it. It pays to listen, kids. So hopefully we're gonna try to run it back. Elvis trying to get his another MVP back-to-back years.
I got one.
Oh, you got one already. Can't wait, kid. I'll be in Denver for the next episode, but can't wait for that. Got to get my vacation in before football season starts, kid. But that's going to do it for this Friday edition of the Dream Wager. On behalf of our sponsor, Viva Tequila, Elvis, and myself, make sure you guys follow along our social media, Twitter and Instagram at the Dream Wager. You guys can find all of our episodes if you miss one, wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher. If you haven't already, please subscribe, rate, give us a review, comment below who you'll be betting on this weekend. All that good stuff really helps the show grow tremendously. So be a friend, tell a friend. Everyone have a great weekend. Good luck on your wagers, and we will see you guys on Monday. Peace.